Medieval 1100 is one of the most fantastic, best overhaul mod that you will ever find for Rome 2. So go to the Rome 2 Steam Workshop and download this mod, where it says the big green button, subscribe, press subscribe. Medieval 1100 is really an amazing campaign. There's 12 new historical factions on the map, Western Europe and Anatolia being reworked mostly. There's around maybe 101 factions, 15 playable now, and a lot of provinces have been reworked, cities are being reworked, and there's wars for 92 settlements, there's lots of proper family trees, and there's also 20 plus successionist factions for all subcultures. Please note that when you download this mod, you first download Medieval 100 AD, the new campaign, and put it above Campaign Part 1, Campaign Part 2. I'll make a small guide on how to install this mod. But this is one of the most amazing mods I've played in quite a long time. A mod of this magnitude, changing the UI, changing the custom cities, basically changing the vanilla cities to make them look more medieval, or basically having battles that feel gritty, authentic, and realistic. Such a mod like this is, I can't compare it, because it's a really special mod by itself. In fact, the only thing that I could compare it to is, like, say for Attila, if you had Medieval 1212 and you had Ancient Empires and you had all these mods. I'm just comparing in terms of what the scope and the ambition of what they're trying to create. I'm not saying that these mods are similar. I'm saying that each mod has their own respective goals and ambitions. But Medieval 1100, one of the best mods I've played. Seriously, I've had some epic campaigns. I've played as France, and France is definitely a beginner faction to play with first, because this campaign is brutal. This campaign doesn't reward you half the time, it punishes you, and it puts you in a very difficult situation. It forces you to think on your feet. Securing one victory is not the outcome to a war. That victory may be your undoing. So sometimes it might be better to lose, or sometimes it might be better not to even engage. And here's the best thing, you can get a lot of diplomatic trade agreements with the AI, and you can get gold and such. And I am amazed by this mod, because when I played this mod, it made me feel so immersed that I completely forgot about Rome 2 for a second. This isn't Rome 2, this is Medieval 1100 AD. This is how amazing the mod is, from the unit visuals, from the battles. I don't want to sound like a broken record. One of the campaigns I had was as the Fatimid Caliphate. So I sent my army to attack Jerusalem, and I lost that battle, and then suddenly all the power structures within the Fatimid Caliphate failed. There were food shortages, there were so many new things, and in a way I'd compare it to CK3, to Crusader Kings 3, in terms of the fact you're not really playing as a king, you're really playing as a lord. Even if you're king, or if you're the sultan, you have to keep your lords loyal to you. And one of the things that I think this campaign needs right now is more historical events. So if I play the Fatimids, I should have more religious, more historical style events. If I play as the French, I should have like a Unite All of France or something like that. The Crown of England or something like that. More historical scripted missions like this really work. I do want them to, in the future, to fully update all the medieval cities to make them look far more medieval, remove most of the Rome 2 assets that already exist within those cities, and then we'll be fantastic. But the amount of work they've done in overhauling most of the European cities to make it look medieval, absolutely fantastic. And I want to see more assets being introduced to make sure that the cities don't just have Attila building models, but they also have some unique ones as well. So, and I would also appeal to the developers the Star Smell and all. In the next round of updates and future content to be added within this mod, if it is possible to mod the appearance of cities to make them look dense as they were in the past, this would be a really great move. And you really have to appreciate the work they've done in really overhauling the cities to look more and more and more medieval. And I can tell you without a shred of doubt that they will look more and more medieval as we go along with new patches, new updates and new content. And I think this mod has a really fantastic future ahead of it, and I 100% support this mod. And I urge you Rome 2 players and New Medieval 1212 players, download this mod now. It's fantastic.